Hello and welcome to Ghost Life Whatever, the podcast where we could talk about ghosts, the podcast where we could talk about life, the podcast where we could talk about whatever. Right now we have part 2 of a road trip I took with my wife, Heather, and her family. Enjoy the banter, enjoy experiencing how one family interacts. I know my family doesn't do this stuff, so it's kind of weird for me seeing families showing emotion. So we have driven through Washington, Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, and arrive in North Dakota. We arrive at a summer camp type place next to a lake. This is where the huge family reunion is about to take place the next day. There are already a lot of people there. They talk and catch up. I don't say much. After lots of family catch up, we all go to bed, and in the morning, people are there. There are at least 60 people. They all know each other, and are in groups mingling. I'm sort of on the outside, just following Heather around. I wasn't really sure what to do. It's the first morning of the reunion. I guess I should record something. But I don't really know people. I want to know people. I guess I'll just try to subtly jump in to groups. So I casually entered a group, and people did, as they always do, when they see a microphone.
Is that kind? Is this kind of
a real deal?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
Yeah. You're loud. You're good.
With that thing,
Hey!
you better be careful, because now, anywhere we are, whenever we're talking, we think we're by ourselves. He's probably behind a bush somewhere.
And then we get some excellent banter between father and son. This is Doug the father and Mike the son.
He looks like a bushman anyway.
This guy
You kind of look like a bushman wannabe. I'm more sophisticated.
with the stash.
No, I got this nice thing going here. You just look like a mess. And look, you
Sophisticated
could
is
end
not
up
the
looking
word I
like
would have
that.
used. No, not at all.
What?
I would not use sophisticated as a word to describe you. That's all.
What would you describe me?
Complicated. That's
Complicated.
Definitely complicated.
That's a lot. A lot of people call me simple, but you call me complicated.
They don't know you very well.
Yeah. So I would like to know more about that.
You're also very conflicted.
Conflicted. Tell me about that.
No. You just do.
You're not getting any money from the inheritance anyway, so I don't know why you would be holding back.
This
How do
is
you
where
feel
most
about
of the
that?
conversations end up eventually is, by the way, you're not getting anything when I die.
Yeah, so
So quit sucking up.
so my death is of no benefit to you whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, right. So you should make the most out of my life.
I'm working on it.
What have you done for me lately? Think about it now. Come
I've
on.
done for you. Wait, I'm supposed to get the most. I'm supposed to get the most out of your life. That doesn't mean I do things for you.
It doesn't?
No, I mean it does.
Why do you think I
mean, it
raised
does.
you?
I don't know.
What, just for a joke?
What did I do for you? I haven't done much for you lately.
No.
I waxed the boat.
You did.
I did do
You
that.
did do that. But you didn't wax the little boat.
Not yet, no.
I did.
It looks good too.
Yeah. Where's that cover? You got that cover?
It's on order.
I've heard this for a year now. It's on order.
The gray one is on it right now.
No, I mean the green cover.
I know. It's on the way.
Huh?
No.
No?
What?
It's not on the way. Did you actually order it?
Can we?
Or you're thinking
no,
about ordering
it's still on my desk. The thing to order.
You better order that freaking thing because we're going
I
to
know,
the lake.
trust
That's
me,
the only
I know.
boat I'll have.
I know.
The engine in the other boats. You know about that?
I know about that. You told me all about it already. But
You
if
help
you'd
me
like
fix it?
No.
Why?
What? I don't know anything about engines.
No, but you have money.
Not much.
No. Yeah, all of a sudden you don't have any money.
That's not all of a sudden. That's been that way for a while.
Well, I'll have to go over your finances with you so to help you
boy.
out. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I can probably show you some tricks.
I put that new switch and an extra battery on the C-Ray. That cost some money.
Yeah. Did you pay for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't
I
know
didn't
if you just
I
charge it.
didn't put it on your account. No, I paid for
I
that
get
one.
boat bills all the time. I have no idea what's going on.
No, and I always when I pump out and fill up I always pay for that.
You don't just say
Put it on.
Chiquita?
That doesn't seem fair, does it?
Not to me.
No, I think that's.
Hey, by the way, I just changed the oil because it needed changing before you left. I did it yesterday.
Oh, in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But so you will change oil when you come home.
I was already going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
well,
actually.
I'm just making sure.
I was already going to get the oil change before we left too, but.
Well, how was that going to happen if you're leaving on Sunday?
There's quick lube places all the time.
No, it needed to be done right now.
Oh, it was that. My wife
That's
actually
critical.
asked me on Wednesday. She's like, "Should I call your dad and see if we need to get the oil change before we leave?"
Well, your wife
She's
is
better.
a smart, better person.
And I said, "Nah, he's on top of it."
His wife is a better.
His wife.
Yeah, that's where we go
I
to
would like
for
to
real stuff.
That's the second that opinion. She is the much better half. She's not even like the better half. What? What?
You can edit that stuff out. You know.
Leave
Yeah.
that in.
Oh, look at what a suck up.
How is that sucking up? She's way over there. I'm getting no points here.
You're gonna get this.
Yeah, in fact, I can just leave this running the whole trip.
You
I
probably
can record
could.
41 or more hours.
Yeah,
Nice.
41 more hours. 41 hours.
That's it?
41 hours of bullshit. That is a lot of bullshit.
That sounds like a Guinness book. I bet we could get in a record somewhere, and I bet we could easily do it. Too.
Non-stop
Just-
talking.
Just sit and talk. We could be on a news network.
We could be
somewhere.
like.
They could just hand us a headline and it'll say something on it, and then we'll
Okay,
just
name
talk
a
about
subject.
it. Right.
This will be a new game.
Oh boy. They're like,
Name
you
a
know what?
subject.
We didn't really want to sit down for this.
Well, this is just fun.
It is for us, isn't it?
For us, it's great.
This is
How about that leaf?
super entertaining.
Leaf?
Oh, come on.
Oh, come
you
on.
said anything.
Anything.
You said anything.
What about that leaf?
Why? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? With all these trees and it's one
There's only
single
one.
leaf on the ground.
The whole place.
What's wrong with these people? They missed that leaf. Well, the
They
goose
didn't-
poop people
they
were
didn't
through
wanna
here
get
just a
close
little
to
while
us.
ago. Did you see them? Oh my gosh, that's
That
quite
sounds like
a
fun
job. Cleaning
That's-
up goose poop, big bags of it. I asked one of the kids. I said, "Are we living off the land now?" And he's what?
You're being beckoned.
Oh God, I got.
So much
You know how
for
many
your record.
grandkids I have?
Well,
All of them, almost. Except
I
a
was gonna say,
couple, two. That's it.
usually you just have
No,
like
but
3 or
but
4
I have
at a
only
time.
one wife,
Yeah.
and when
And
she
she's
calls
beckoning
me,
you.
she's managing a lot of little kids.
Oh,
and
what
then
a
I'm sitting
suck
here
up.
talking.
Oh.
She's like, "What are you doing?"
Get over here. Where's
need
Serena?
help.
Is she coming?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I heard she was here, and then I
No,
haven't seen
well,
her
she's
yet.
gonna be here.
After working. Cool.
Well, no, she was at a class reunion or something.
Oh.
I would never want to go to that. Not hers anyway.
Right, that would be boring.
Okay, well,
Okay,
that's all
well,
there
see you
is.
later.
Don't really have much more to say. I have to go check in with my boss.
Well, thank you. It was
Yeah.
very, very good. We'll talk again. And I still couldn't let the idea go about why the Midwest is so patriotic.
I don't know if it is. Is it? I'm not from the coast. Coasties.
Huh.
Do you hate America? So I don't know if that's even a true statement. So you're gonna have to back that up with a little more
Okay.
more
Well,
data or
Yeah, do
something.
some research, Corey.
Although I would say there's probably a very strong case to be made that patriotism for the United States runs a lot stronger in new immigrants than in people who've been here longer. Most of the people I've met that are either new themselves or their family are relatively new love the crap out of the United States, which is why they're here. But maybe not. I don't meet very many of them because I live in the middle. Anyway, so I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's just you. Maybe it's the bias of the reporter asking the question.
It's possible.
So really, the
Yeah.
question you're asking is why is it that everybody else is more patriotic than you? Why do you hate America?
Well, also there were like so many more fireworks stands. They had permanent buildings for them when you were driving through.
Well,
Like
that's
instead of
true.
just tents.
Yeah.
So,
Where did you come from?
South Dakota.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with the fact that up until recently, and still much more restricted. Minnesota didn't allow fireworks to be sold in Minnesota, so then you would have all these permanent fireworks stuff along, like where you would have driven up the border, essentially, so that all of us freedom-loving Minnesotans would cross the border and buy our illegal contraband and bring them back home. So that might have, hypothetically, that might have something to do with those ones.
It might.
But I would also like to know why when you drive, if you ever notice this, when you drive south on I-29, when you get into South Dakota, there's billboards all over the place for adult bookstores and like all over. Like you could drive anywhere in Minnesota, you will never see one of those.
Right.
So either one, we're a lot better at hiding it, or South Dakota has some issues. Again, they're all along the interstate, probably because Minnesota people are driving over there. We're getting fireworks. So ask Uncle Scott about that. What's up with your state?
I tried to fit some spooky stuff in, even though this isn't a spooky episode.
It's not a spooky thing. When I was in Mexico once, I had what I would only can explain. The only way I can explain it is that it was like spiritual oppression. It was really weird. There was a certain area we went to, like we went and we were building a house for a family, but then we went one day to work in an orphanage. It was in a different section, and it was like where the migrant workers lived, like, and it was just a shanty town or whatever. And there, right in the middle, is this one guy with this and his mission is to the kids in the area, and so he feeds them and gives them haircuts and does like medical stuff, and then he takes them to school. Like that's, if they come to eat, then they get a ride to school. Otherwise they don't go to school. But we went to help them that day, and when we went into that area, it was like all day it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like it was like I could feel the weight of something, and I'd never felt like that before. It was really, and then when we left that area, then it went away. And there's a lot of nasty, dark, a lot of voodoo stuff going on down there and stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's the closest I can think of that's a spooky encounter. Okay. I get all kind of feeling it. It was bizarre. But it was...
Time to gather together to celebrate Eunice, known to most as Grandma, turning 90 years old.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Julie. Happy birthday to you.
There was a worship team playing spiritual music. All those songs are copyrighted, so we'll be moving on and skipping those because there is no budget for that.
God actually has this idea of blessing all people. That's actually what he wants to be doing all across all the world. And he picked this guy named Abraham a long time ago and said, I'm going to bless all nations and all people through you. I think it's interesting how he has chosen families to be the blessing source, the conduit, the funnel, whatever you want to call it, of what he wants to give people through other people, right? So my mom has blessed me a lot, and it just keeps flowing because she knows him and he likes to use people, and so it just keeps flowing, right? So what I want you guys to think about is a few of the gifts that you have gotten through mom, okay? Or grandma, or great-grandma. With this many people, we all can't really actually always express all that and even hear like how mom has touched us or anything because there's too many people. So I thought of an idea where we could write a phrase or a word, and it's not everything she's given you, but something that stands out for you. So for me recently, I've decided to go back to get my master's degree, and I'm 52 years old. And some people think that's probably really a waste of money or kind of silly or whatever. But I remember my mom deciding to become a real estate agent at 55 and make a whole bunch of money and like get into the business world and go for something. And I thought, wow, if my mom did that, why not? I can go to grad school and who knows where it leads me. It's fine, right? But those kinds of things, that's a gift. That's a memory. It's something I knew of my mom. And giving me the courage and willing, just deciding to do something like that. So all I'm saying is, what has she given you? And so we have pieces of paper in the back and a bunch of markers. And I'm only going to give you like 3 to 5 minutes to do this, okay? So think about a word or a phrase, and it can be something really generic that you think everyone else is going to write down, and that's totally fine, right? Like mine might be courage, or, limitless possibilities, or I don't know, whatever you want to write down. Just love, whatever you want to write down. What has she blessed you with, okay? And what we're going to do is write these big enough so people can see it across the room. So don't write it in little pieces like way in the corner. Like write it big, okay? And then we're going to get in a circle, and we're just going to show everybody, and Mom can just walk around and look at all the words, and we also can see all the gifts that she has given us, okay? Because she's a really good source of blessing, right? Because she allows it to come through her. And that's a huge gift, too. So let's go do this activity, and everybody that can write, participate. Anyone that wants to write for a little kid can participate. And we're going to get in a circle, and it'll be meaningful if everybody does it, and if everybody does it quickly and don't get distracted. So we're going to do this quietly. You're not going to talk. You're going to go get your piece of paper and a marker and don't talk to anyone. Write it down and get in a circle. No talking. Got it? Go.
My batteries were dying, so I rushed out. Got the batteries, rushed back. And by the time I got back, they were already in their circle, reading their words.
Blessed with acceptance, happiness, grace, hope,
love,
unconditional love, loving kindness.
I'm just weak.
I'm standing here. You'll be fine. Faith, amazing joy, unconditional love. Stories. She's a good storyteller. A legacy. It's in the room, isn't it, huh?
Yeah.
Compassion. Yeah. That got right into Megan, for sure. Unapologetic faith. Good looks. Oh, nice.
Yay!
Religious inspiration. That's awesome. Joy. Yeah. We're in an obstacle course now, but we'll go around this way. Strength. Strength. We got it.
Thank you.
Affection. Love. Hugs. Yeah. She's full of those, huh?
Yeah.
Laughter. Hugs.
Yeah.
All of her. Strong family bond, the heritage. Hugs. Yes. Faith. I love your heart. It's very good. Love. Thank you. We have more over here, I guess. Deb has trust.
By the end of it, there were very few dry eyes left in the room.
So when I was in Eastern Europe, I was part of a music festival, and I had to choose a song that was either like part of my family or a song that was something to do with being inspired or whatever. And yeah, so I picked the song because it was one of Grandma's favorite songs, and it's the I Hope You Dance song. And I didn't really feel like at, my age, I really want to sing by myself anymore. I was like, so I decided, I don't know, and maybe that's the conductor in me. I've kind of moved on. So we're going to sing it for you, Grandma, as a whole group. So, yeah, you got it. So, hang on.
I almost succeeded in getting permission to use the song, I Hope You Dance, but it turned out to be more expensive than I hoped. So, here are the parts of the song that are its title. I can't get sued for using a song's title.
I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
Well, I hope you had a good time on this trip. Feel free to check out my website at www.ghostlifewhatever.com. Also, feel free to subscribe on iTunes. And also, feel free to like our Facebook page. Thanks for listening. I hope you'll listen again. Tell me your story.
Alright, so at Camp Seymour, this was back in elementary school, I'm pretty sure. But for the first night in our cabins, we all sat in a circle, like, all the people in my cabin, and we were instructed by our camp counselor to tell the group one thing that you normally wouldn't tell a stranger. So I'm pretty sure I just said one of my fears, or like, that I have diabetes or something like that, and it got around to this chubby kid, and he was kind of an outlier. Like, he brought like his own video games and stuff, so like he was like the cool kid, but only because he had video games. He was one of those kids who changed in his sleeping bag when everybody else was just taking their pants off in front of each other, because it's camp and we're all like elementary school boys. But when it got to him, he got very serious and I got very quiet. And he looked at all of us, and he looked at all of us in the eyes. Like, he took turns looking us in the eyes. He said, "You have to promise that this doesn't leave this circle." And our camp counselor said, of course, this doesn't leave the cabin. And he says, "I have one nut." And nobody said a word. We're like, wait, what do you mean you have one nut? He said, "I have one testicle." And we're like, what? Where? And then I'm pretty sure the dude, I'm pretty sure his name was Richard, but he insisted that we call him the dude. He asked him where it went. The kid said I've only had one nut my entire life. And our camp counselor said, "All right, moving on." So now every time that I looked at this kid, I was like, "That's a kid with one testicle." Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody later asked him if it was the left or right one that he had. He said, "I don't know."
Yeah.
It's just the one. But yeah. So I always remember that little chubby kid for him having only one testicle. Yeah.
It's really deep.
The things you learn at camp.